Last game of the day. Um, it was over before it began. Honestly, yeah, call your mother. Just from opening tip to the end, they ran away with it over the Bulldogs, 59-35. We just gonna get right to it, Ray. Just what did you see unfold?
Uh, Domination, man. It ain't too much to add. The Bulldogs, they taking their lumps, man. They played Clyde yesterday, which is a experienced team with a lot of talent. Ran into the same situation today with similar results. They just got to adjust to the level of competition, man. They're trying to play too fast. They're not making sound decisions. They're not taking care of the basketball. It's just comedy errors, and they're piling up, and they're leading to the lopsided games. They have flashes every now and again, but it's nowhere near as consistent enough for them to be competitive. Hopefully, as they continue to go through the league and kind of see what it takes to kind of stick around here, maybe they'll start to shore some things up. But yeah, man, they had a rough weekend.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Bowie State has to find a way to just flat out play smarter and not allow the size and athleticism of some of the other teams to overwhelm them, man. If they want to be competitive in this league, as you can see, this league is merciless. If you don't come and bring it on your own, if you don't want to bring it on your own, fine. You just gonna get destroyed, and then that's something that the Bulldogs have to figure out. But all in all, on the winning side, call your mother. I like what I saw to Benny Williams out of Syracuse. Hit some outside shots. You know, use his athleticism inside to rebound the ball, dunk it home. He had a nice lob, even over one of his teammates. Later in the game in the second half, and he just played a solid all around game. Like I said, no one on that team needed to really go off because the Bulldogs were they were done in by so many self inflicted wounds. You know what I mean, so to speak. They kind of beat themselves. Allowing certain things to just overwhelm them instead of taking their time and just playing basketball, playing free. Sometimes it just comes down to simple things, and you'd be surprised what can happen with that. I also like what I saw from Jamal Wright. He didn't score the ball out, but what he did, he kept that foot on the necks of the Bulldogs, man. He set the table. He kept when whenever the Bulldogs missed, he was getting an outlet, and he was keeping the pace fast where they couldn't recover and get back on defense to make sure they at least got a good attempt. They ain't hit many shots, obviously, by the 59 score, but when he got out in the open court, they had numbers. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't a dunk, they at least got a good shot out of it, whether they hit it or not, man. And that's deflating when it just seemed like. I mean, it just seemed like you running back on defense all the time, possession after possession after possession. It wears you out, and that's pretty much what they did. They just played a long game, man. But like I said, led by Benny Williams. I like what I saw of Rodney Rice. He didn't really need to go off. His hit select shots, man, just stay within himself. And after that, it was just smooth, man. Just don't mess up. Don't turn the ball over. Don't beat yourselves. And it was an easy win, man. So your standout for today.
Yeah, going with Benny Williams, man. He like you said, there wasn't really a need for somebody to have a heroic performance individually, but he definitely stood out the most. Capped off with the alley oop late in the game. But yeah, he looked like even though he didn't go off, so to speak, he did kind of look like he was on a different level than everybody else on the court. So I give him the nod.
Same. He clearly stood out of all the players. He was the one that impact spoke the loudest. Some of his points were loud. His versatility, and stepping out here in 3 pointers, which was also a great thing to see as well. But his rebounding, running the floor, blocking shots, altering a lot more shots. It was pivotal, and call your mother jumping out and not really relinquishing the lead. Um, your X factor.
I just go with Jamal Wright for the way he was able to push the ball and get out in transition. That that kind of it invigorates your team and it deflates the other team at the same time. Nothing gets you going more than scoring the ball very easily, and on top of that, turning defense into offense. I mean, those just swing plays and momentum plays that kind of get things rolling. And adversely, it just kind of snowballs things into disaster for the other team. So yeah, the fact that he was relentless and pushing the pace like that, I think that kind of it got the blowout started early.
The same. Man, I'm not going to harp on them too much more. I already spoke on them. So with that being said, Jamal Wright gets my vote as well, unanimous. So with that being said, this wraps up week one of Kenner Lee coverage from us at the Focus. I'm Carter Dudley. This is Raymond Lyons. We'll be back next weekend. See y'all then.